Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Zina. I'm a mom of one and I'm expecting baby number 2. You're welcome to my pregnancy series. In this episode, I want to tell you guys about my second trimester symptoms. I'm currently in my second trimester. I am 27 weeks and 4 days pregnant, and on Sunday I'm gonna be 28 weeks pregnant and in my third trimester. Today is Thursday, by the way. And yeah, so let's just dive straight into the video. If you've not watched my first trimester symptoms, please do well and watch it after watching this one. If you've not subscribed, do well and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be documenting my pregnancy journey, delivery, postpartum, every single thing. Yeah, so let's get straight into the video. Like I said, in my first trimester, I had a lot of symptoms, and in my second trimester, um, those symptoms kind of disappeared, while some of them kind of lingered, and then they disappeared, and then I had new ones. Yeah, at 15 weeks, I had this tooth or gum ache that was so traumatizing. It was traumatic. It lasted for a few minutes to an hour, and it felt like the pain was going to my brain. It was like a sharp pain. Yeah, and at 15 weeks, 5 days, I vomited. That was like my second time vomiting, and it was while I was brushing. I always feel like nauseous. Like I said, it kind of resolved or reduced in my second trimester, but most times while I'm brushing my teeth, I trigger a reflex and then I vomit, or I try not to vomit, like I hold it and I just sit down for a while and then it stops, right? So I do not vomit because I try not to vomit. And at 16 weeks, I had this pain between my scapula, like your the upper back. There are two bones right there, right at each shoulder, behind each shoulder. In between those bones was so painful. It lasted for a few days and then it stopped and then continued. And yeah, so when I complained to my doctor, to my gynecologist, she told me to do this exercise, like push in and out, and kind of helped, but did not help. But it stopped after a while, I guess. Yeah, and then I still had the nausea feeling, and at this particular day, at 16 weeks and 7 days, when I went out with my mom, I had a fainting spell. Like I felt like I wanted to faint. I felt so weak, like I had no strength. I told my mom, and she was like, I have anything in the supermarket and then pay at the paying point or at the counter. So I had ice cream and I kind of felt a little bit of relief. Yeah, 20 weeks, one day I had what they call gum disease. It is pregnancy gingivitis, so inflammation of the gum in pregnancy, and it was so bad. It was so bad. My gum was inflamed, it was swollen, it was red, it was painful. I couldn't eat, I couldn't chew food on the left side of my mouth. And yeah, it lasted for, I can't remember how long it lasted for. I would say for like 4 days until it got healed. I didn't really do anything about it. Just try to avoid hot food, hot drinks, or the warm drinks. I do not drink anything warm. I always love to drink cold water, cold juice, cold drink. Like it has to be cold, or even ice block. I'm gonna block up my water or juice and then eat the ice block, like ice chips, like people might call it. And yeah, so that was like a very, very, very significant symptom. So at 23 weeks, I documented that I started having indigestion. And I'll tell you what, yeah, I started having indigestion earlier than when I was 23 weeks, or would I say it was like reflux. So I started having reflux, vegetation, like vomiting in my mouth, the food coming out from my stomach. And yeah, but at 23 weeks, it was so significant for me that I had to write it down, talk about it when I'm making a video. Indigestion, one of the symptoms I'm suffering from right now. I could eat my dinner at 3 to 4 p.m. and at 11 p.m. I could belch and perceive the food. I could still feel the food in my throat. I could like want to vomit because of that. And that's just it. Pregnancy for you. And it even get worse when I lay on the right side. You guys, so bad. And like I said in my first trimester, I do love to eat pepper. I was craving pepper at a point in my first trimester, and I could not eat onions at a point in my first trimester. I love eating onions so much, but I couldn't eat it at the point in my first trimester. Now in my second trimester, at 27 weeks pregnant, if I try to eat anything with so much pepper in it, I do feel like I want to throw up, or it's going to turn my stomach, and I'm going to have diarrhea and spend so much time in the toilet, pooing, and all of that. So I am no longer eating too much pepper, putting too much pepper in my food, because it's going to give me discomfort. And that brings me to my next symptom, diarrhea. If I eat anything that has pepper in it, I'm going to have diarrhea, and it makes me so weak. The other day, at 27 weeks, one day or thereabout, I ate noodles with a lot of pepper in it. And in the night, I suffered from diarrhea. I suffered diarrhea, had abdominal pain, went to the toilet, sat down on the toilet seat for a long time, felt weakness. I was so weak that I was just saying, oh Lord, please help me. Please help me. It was so bad that I just didn't want to eat pepper anymore. But I had it again, and it happened again. I had diarrhea again, but it was not as severe as the first time. But yeah, diarrhea is a thing in this pregnancy. In my second trimester, another symptom that I'm supposed to talk about is headaches. As soon as I entered my second trimester, 13 weeks, I started having severe headaches. You guys, I'm not like a person, there are some people that do have migraines, cluster headache, tension headache, and whatever you. None of that. I do not have headaches, but in my second trimester, it came like a wave, like a tornado. It was so bad. Like I would have headaches almost every time in a day, like almost throughout the day, sometimes at night, and most times I do have headaches when I do not sleep, when I do not nap. I'm going to have headache, and when it's time for me to have my shower or have a bath, I just cannot bend down to pour the water on my body. Like it's gonna feel like my head or my brain is coming off my head. I don't know. Try and think about such scenario. It's so bad. It's like it feels like I don't know. I need to like I cannot bend down just because it's gonna be severe, and that's just very bad for me. And I don't know. Yeah. So the moment I wash my face, I feel a little bit better, and when I sleep, I feel a little bit better. Sometimes when I wake up after a long hour of sleep, I do have the headache, but I'd say that it kind of reduced or disappeared as I progressed in my pregnancy. It was worse at the beginning of second trimester, but now I would say I really do not have headaches like that. Thank you, Jesus. What I'm really suffering right now is indigestion, reflux. What else? Insomnia. Insomnia is a thing, you guys. I just cannot maintain my sleep. Like, if you know, you know. Second trimester, you have a bigger bump, and you need to be sleeping on your left side or on your right side. And because of this, I always toss, so I wake up and I try to move to the other side of my body to sleep. And sometimes I need to use the restroom. I cannot go back to sleep until after like 2 hours or 3 hours. The other day I was awake for 3 hours, and it is even worse when there's no light. I mean, I live in Nigeria at the moment, and sleeping without light is a chore, especially in this pregnancy. I'm so uncomfortable, I'm sweating, I can't go back to sleep. I have a lot of things going on my mind. Yesterday, I had a good sleep because there was light almost throughout the night. I had a very, very good sleep. I woke up usually around the same time I wake up every night, around 1:30 to 8 a.m. And I believe I went back to sleep in less than an hour, or let's say in an hour, just because I had fan blowing me. So my fan was on and the AC was on, and I went back to sleep. Yeah, like I said, I have a lot of things going through my mind. Sometimes I am deep in my thoughts. Sometimes I am sad because of life happenings, and yeah. So, but I went back to sleep, right? Previous days, I did not go back to sleep, right? And that brings me to my next symptom. Um, Hot flashes. I would say hot flashes. I won't call it hot flashes because for hot flashes, you see the sweat, right? But this one is that I'm hot. Inside and outside of me is hot, right? I know I'm hot because I'm sweating because my daughter is sweating, but I'm sweating even more, Yeah, for example, AC is in the room, but I'm sweating. I'm hot, right? Or I'm not sweating, but I'm hot. I need fan. I can sleep with the AC. When I put her in school, I can sleep with the AC, my ceiling fan on, standing fan on, and I just want the air on me. It is crazy. On my first pregnancy, I was not really hot until I gave birth to my daughter. I had this postpartum hot flashes, or would I call it postpartum hotness? Yeah. But now in this pregnancy, I'm feeling hot in my pregnancy, and it is crazy. So whenever I wake up, I cannot go back to sleep because I'm hot, I need fan, I need AC, and in a country like Nigeria, you do not get 24 hours of light supply. You do not. But sometimes they give us light sparingly for a few hours, and they take it, they bring it back, and yeah, it's just like a roller coaster. Yeah, another symptom in my second trimester that I need to mention, if no, I have not mentioned anything, is the pain, the abdominal pain. It gets worse. It is getting worse and worse. Worse. So the baby is growing, the uterus is expanding, the ligament has to contain it, it has to support it. So sometimes I feel this menstrual pain feeling. It comes and it goes. The other day I had this pain on my right lower abdomen, and it was bad. The pain felt like a pain that comes and goes, and I knew it was just like a ligament pain or something like that, part of the pregnancy. I told my doctor, and she was like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't do anything about it. I just cannot do anything about it." And I'm like, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, another symptom is frequent urination. Now, I know I'm supposed to have mentioned this at the beginning of this video, but it did not just start in my second trimester. I forgot to mention it in my first trimester symptom video. But yeah, it started in the first trimester, and in the second trimester, it is even worse. But guess what? I'm holding my urine, and I'm not get up from the bed because I want to urinate. No, But you know, my bladder is always like, sister, you need to get up. Get your ass up and go wee, unless you're gonna wee on the bed. So yeah, so you always find me urinating in the day, at night. Like one of the workers in this house, she will always say, sister, you're always washing your hands. I'm like, that's because I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. You should know this. You're a mom of four. So yeah, at night I try not to drink water so much. But in my first trimester and at the beginning of my second trimester, I loved to drink water. Water is like the best thing to drink in this pregnancy, and I love it. I'm always hydrated. Compared to my normal life before I got pregnant, you hardly see me drink water so often. Yeah, and I still do drink water so much during the day, but at night I try to reduce the amount of water I drink so I do not get up and go use the restroom every single time, because I need my sleep. Whenever I do that, I do not go back to bed until like an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, and I need sleep. Sleep is good. I do not joke in my sleep. I think I have made mention of all my second trimester symptoms: headaches, frequent urination, abdominal pain, buttock pain. They call it the sciatica, right? I don't have that, and feeling full. Like I do not eat much, but I still got my appetite. My appetite is still good. Yeah, another symptom, of course, darkening of the neck, of the face, of the armpits, wherever you, everywhere is just darkened. And of course, I didn't make mention of this. My face, not because I'm putting on makeup, you might not see it so clearly. Pimples all over my face, my chest, my back, and of course the boobs are boobing. They are boobing, they're getting so enlarged, and I do feel this contraction in my boobs, like labor and delivery contraction. Like yeah, so I do feel it to contract and then to release, and getting ready to do it purpose. And I'm so hopeful and pray that I'm going to be able to breastfeed my child for a long. The last symptom is breathlessness. Some of you guys must have asked yourself, why is she not saying this? Breathlessness, breathlessness. Yeah, so right now I am out of breath. Whenever I talk, I get breathless. Whenever I shout, I have a toddler, I get breathless. I also feel exhausted whenever I shout, whenever I talk for a long time. Whenever I lay down, I get breathless. And it is just like a cycle. I know it is because of this pregnancy. And yeah, these are the symptoms I think I remembered. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more pregnancy series if it is what you would love to watch. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Be sure about that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.